You don't mind if I talk and work, do you? What can I do for you? Not the coziest place for it, is it? But the open air, the lightning specifically, is a boon. Lets our mages have a rest now and then. Good test of the equipment too. We're working on making it less searches. They're still a little soft. Glad you asked, amico. Very glad. We're very excited about the work here, and we are always looking for volunteers. We've catalogued a number of interesting properties unique to Luminous Adra, but there are some very specific qualities we are investigating. Qualities that a Watcher happens to be uniquely suited to exploring. You're just what we're missing. Gelardi, what a relief. You won't regret this. Let me run you through the theory, and we'll get to the test itself. Luminous Adra has special effects upon Kith. Even to the humblest, it offers some small improvements. Rejuvenation, vitality, the kind of thing you sell to people back home, eh? But what about those who have already harnessed their own essence? Consider the talented cutpurse, for instance, who can cross a room by slipping briefly into another place. The world between. Luminous Adra holds enormous quantities of essence, the kind of energy we can't replicate or restore. And these formations have a kind of connection to each other across the in-between. I believe we can harness this connection and your natural abilities to transport a person across great distances in a moment. Oh, good. You've done some experimenting on your own. A curious mind is a happy mind, I say. Can't mope about ghosts all day. We've collected a number of illuminating readings, and our machines are ready to harness the Adra's essence. But for the moment, we are effectively blind when it comes to targeting the next pillar. Now, if someone were capable of sensing that essence in the in-between, even of manipulating it, someone like a Watcher, for instance. Precisely right. We've had luck with shorter jumps, but those were as much spellcraft as science. The idea is for you to focus on the next connection point. The machine will use that new link between the Adra veins to create a tether, as well as provide the energy for you to jump effectively. What's really exciting is, so long as you are holding that connection open, your companions can jump alongside you.
And there's no risk I'll show up missing limbs or nothing?
The next spill is due east of here, in the middle of a farm. It's not as tall as this one, but you shouldn't have any trouble finding it. Oh, and don't worry. We paid the farmers. Gelardi,
Merla. Burned. Well, that won't do it all.
All right, Watcher. Remember, focus on the beam of light. It ought to be like stepping through a door. And remember, don't...
So, are we dead now? You're supposed to be the expert here. If I feel cold... which part of me is doing the feeling?
Lavaru beyond seek! You up there, run!
We have to go. Can't. No, Please! Help!
Of all my people,
You're mine!
I am the last. I cannot die.
Akira, a wave the size of a mountain. With every moment I forget. Oh, merciful gods.
What have we here?
She tekasi bizu, yeked tigewu tikiki.
Got someone in my
I
sights.
conquered every city of the
Gods,
Greylands.
an end
They
at
will
last.
remember my name.
I beg you. Lava beyond sea. Lava beyond.
On your feet, now!
Death to our enemies! Lava will be unseated.
We're hitting the water.
Moan. See, oh no!
I'm listening. For the homeland!
You're mine!
That's not very helpful.
See, oh no!
Too slow.
This thing isn't doing.
Lava beyond sea.
Curses! Can't make a
I'll
dent.
take words in
Death to our enemies!
That was about as useful as a bun. pickle.
Can't get a clean hit.
Better run!
Better than that.
Can do.
Need something stronger.
Death to our enemies!
Hogwash!
That's it.
Better run!
Nuh-uh, didn't work.
Nah, too slow.
That's not very helpful.
You're mine! Just say the word.
Need something stronger.
Ready when you are. Not a problem. This isn't going quite well. This weapon's no good to me. This floor rough.
I hope nobody saw that.
Death to our enemies! Quick, toss me something else. You're mine!
That's not very helpful.
Already on.
The beast. The beast. Of winter.
What have we here? A wayward watcher has wandered into my realm. Whatever should I do with you? You did not receive an invitation to my realm, Herald of Barath. Tell me, why should I not grind your soul to dust? But I have no need for a vassal. Everything I desire, I do for myself. Embrace oblivion with open arms, Watcher. Do you fear dissolution after all? How droll, as much as it would delight me to scatter your soul. You belong to Barath. I will spare you that fate. For now. Delicious. You need only whisper my name, and I will open a portal to my realm. I cannot wait to see what you try. Now, on to the matter that brought you here. Your Animancer friends meddle in things beyond their comprehension. Were I not the generous creature I am, you would have died Be sure to tell the Animancers that they have failed. I do not make requests. You might prepare yourself, Watcher, for something wondrous is on the horizon. Eothas will usher in an age glorious in its brevity. You will soon learn. In the meantime, enjoy the world as you know it while you can, and do send my regards to your Animancer friends.
Until now, I thought all this might be an elaborate joke.
Watcher, can you hear me? Oh, thank the gods. Thank Helia. Merla, you had us in a panic. I don't have to tell you it didn't work. The current spiked and you went completely still, breathing but nothing else. We sent for the physician. Myself, I was about to try throwing some water in your face. What happened? Did you feel any pain? Did you had some kind of vision? A near-death experience?
What was it like?
Sientere, Watcher, truly. It seemed we sent your mind further afield than intended, and without the rest of you in tow. Not entirely outside our predictions, but not the result we wanted. We have stipend for volunteers. You're welcome to the sum of it. I hope it goes some way toward earning your forgiveness. Just as I hope this hasn't put you off helping us. We just have to adjust the current, give you a chance to control your flight, for want of a better word. We're all very glad you're in one piece. We'll have a look at the machines, figure out what went wrong. Until then, hope you're keeping busy, Watcher. We're still running some small tests. What can I do for you? Ekosi. Are these Otherices? I never thought I'd get even a glimpse of his work. Fascinating. Inaccurate, but fascinating. You do not mind if I hold on to this? Of course not. Here, take this.
I didn't see you there. I am fine. Is there some reason I shouldn't be? Which is not to say I do not appreciate your concern. I do. I, like the other scholars here, am engaged in the study of the soul sciences. Was there something you needed, or may I return to my studies? I had a mishap with my machinery, but all is well now. The details are unimportant. I wish only to return to my studies. In any case, why are you here? Just a bit of culture I've picked up along the way. I admire their tailoring tradition immensely. It's much grander than clothing one finds in the white that wends. I am, of course. I think, perhaps, that I would be grateful for the opportunity. Truly?
How could we possibly live to regret this? No, I'm actually curious.
Thought, traveler. I am grateful. I have all that I need. We may depart at your leisure.
Does it suit you, being a soldier?
I like knowing that someone has a plan. Never felt it from the gods.
You ever think, maybe I put my faith in the wrong cause?
Faith is what you feel in a given moment. Like a bird's feathers, it molts from time to time.
Is there any way you can bring Islamir back?
The whole point of suppressing her was to keep her out of my head.
I miss her impressions.
What is your business at the Brass Citadel? You are the mysterious Watcher. The one who nearly caused a riot in Queensbirth. Forgive my ignorance. I did not know you were from the rough country. The Grand Secretary Atsura wants to meet you. His office is on the lower level of Imperial Command. Up the stairs. Once you're inside, go downstairs through the room on the right. Her office is at the back of Imperial Command. She is busy organizing other matters, but I am sure she will grant you an audience.
Which she did over and over.
It was real good, though. She could do all your twitching, your squeaky voice when you got nervous.
I'm sorry, but this area is strictly off limits. Sorry, my orders come from the Hazanui herself. Private property of the Royal Deadfire Company, that's what.
With sails unfurled and sword held high.
Subtle indeed.
Clear skies, my friend. Maya, I assume you vouch for your new captain?
On occasion. Why?
Your ship, unmoored from Deadfire politics, is an asset I would grasp with both hands. An arrangement can help us both. You will empty the seas of competition in exchange for profit. An official reckoning is drafted to account for every cannonball shot in the name of Rauatai. Our paperwork is most thorough. For every ship sunk, there is a legal justification. A Scylla wave skipper is your first target. Most excellent. A Scylla commands the Voyager River Dragon, which pesters a group of islands to the southwest of Port Mage. Ask away, my privateer.
Looking for a pistol or an arquebus? Craftsmanship. If you ask my superiors at Imperial Command, they'll tell you our main exports are saltpeter and metal. Those are just things. They're prized because of what we do with them. Rauataian industry is about discipline, precision, mastery of a careful art. Those qualities guide all that we build.
already on it.
Did Kana ever get to meet Ishi?
Briefly, it didn't go well.
Really? Kana always seemed agreeable to me.
Oh, you weren't there for the White Flood. Ishi can purge his whole intestine at once if he's feeling ornery. Kana never wore that hat again.
If this is about the Hazutoa tournament, I've got nothing to do with that, all right? Some of the soldiers and sailors get to making unwise bets when they play. Like I said, I keep out of it. None of the regulars are looking for new opponents, though, if that's what you're asking. Well, they always pay on time. They're run by the Ranganui, so they should, right? Also, I'm from a town near Tekoa. Rautai's full of all kinds of kith, not just Amawa. But the Amawa have a long history at sea. Sorry, I'm really only supposed to sell to captains working for the...
I don't think she likes me. I spent most of my career escorting foreign ships.
Many have.
After spending so much time with Kana, I'm surprised. You're nothing like him.
Guess poetry just has that effect on me.
Oh, you could certainly do worse when it comes to family.
And did your Reparo also write their names on other stones?
Set us north to the shores of Rawatai. All-body people, all Rawatai. To many lands you spread. Heed the call of the Ranganui.
The former Lord of Cadnua, and one-time Terrifier of Harbor Masters. If dockside tales are to be believed, you have not brought much good news of late. So, in addition to pirates, profiteers, and slavers, the Deadfire has a vengeful god roaming its waters? Tell that to my dead at Hasongo. Just what the archipelago needs. One more disaster tugging at the seams. He must be stopped. Anything can be stopped with sufficient force. The problem is finding the will to deploy it. The Valians won't lift a finger if it isn't to snatch a coin, and the Huana will barely do that much. No one takes charge to solve the big problems. Look around. Deadfire's full of fertile, temperate islands, except for Andra's mortar. It's largely free of rough weather. Yet much of it is uninhabited. Itinerant tribes drift between some of the islands, and smugglers and slavers cluster around the rest. It's a waste. Imagine what this place could be, with well-guarded shipping routes. How many Rawataians we could feed with plantations here. Glad you agree. If you're chasing the god who's stomping this place into the ground, then we have a common goal. And if you're going to survive here, then you could use an ally. The disaster at Hasongo remains a key concern. We rely on the port there to ship food back to Rawatai. That's on hold until you investigate. Atsura, our Grand Secretary, has a plan that would make use of your unusual talents. His office is downstairs. He can tell you more. Hazatoa, Atsura and I usually have a game running, and this one's been going on for over a month and a half. Atsura's good at misdirection, but I've got a mind for the long game. You look like you've come with a purpose. It happened a year into my first command. We were chasing pirates along Rawatai's south coast, and they landed a shot right next to our magazine. A lucky hit. I ran below. The fire was already spreading and making for our powder stores. I smothered what I could with my uniform, pulled the rest away with my own hands. We don't get to choose our challenges, do we? Just the way we meet them. There's a cost to every victory. And the win goes to those willing to make a sacrifice. I'll bet you already know a thing or two about that. And if you don't, Deadfire will teach you soon enough.
No can do.
I always forget that part. Say, you're the Watcher of Cadnua, aren't you? I've never met anyone famous before, except the Hasanui. She yells at me sometimes. I really wish I could, but my supplies are for the war. Maybe if you impress her or Atsura, it's just... I'd heard there were thick, green forests and sandy beaches without a storm in sight, but I never imagined this. You must have traveled lots, seen all sorts of amazing places. You must have been gone a long time, Trencher. I love Rawatai, but it's hard to go a week without seeing storms, or hearing about mudslides burying a village somewhere. Oh, all the time. Where's my white leaf? Stop daydreaming. So bore me, if you lose the ledgers again, I'll have you clean the latrines. All this time, I didn't realize she knew my name.
No problem.
By the kitchen.
They weren't that bad.
Rhyming Hazanui with kablooey?
I can't think of anything else that goes with Hazanui.
Me neither. That's why I leave epics to the lore college.
Criticism is easier than creation.
Watcher Nui, the Lord of Cadnua. I'm not one for ostentation, but your remarkable display at Queen's birth suggests that you are an individual with skills, not mere style. So I see. I am Atsura, Grand Secretary of the Royal Deadfire Company. And why not? Thousands of years ago, our people came from the archipelago. By one reckoning, we have as much claim on these islands as the Huana. But our purpose here is trade. While our homeland is rich in saltpeter, the violent climate and rocky soils make it a poor source for most other basic staples. It's my business to look after the mainland's interests here. That is a Valian frivolity. Leave it to them to observe a substance that occurs nowhere else on Aora, and immediately set about pulverizing it for profit. For now, But what will ultimately win out? The Valians' drive for innovation or their hunger for wealth? Besides, we know too little about luminous Adra to understand the consequences of ripping it out. Perhaps you can help me keep them from doing more harm. We are powerful allies with a formidable fleet and mighty cannons. I'm sure we can come to a suitable arrangement. The demand for luminous Adra has sent the Valian Trading Company into a frenzy. Their expeditions grow too bold, and their officers too greedy. Worse, their rapid expansion attracts pirates and threatens the outlying Huana tribes. This risks souring the Kahanga royals against all foreign involvement, but you can curtail their growth. By snapping up land we need to grow food and build ships for our people? Indeed. But our interests and Deadfire's are not mutually exclusive. The Valians have sent an expedition to Pococahara, a storm-wrecked island believed to house a vein of luminous. I hear you accomplished an incredible feat in restoring the luminous Adra near Port Maje. If your abilities allow you to do that, then perhaps you are also capable of the opposite. Find the luminous Adra at Pococahara. Render it unusable to the Valians. This should encourage them to develop the resources they have, rather than reaching for more. Does a true-born son of Rawatai need to ask? Rawatai is a mighty and wealthy nation, and with trouble brewing in the Deadfire, you'll find it useful to have an ally that is both. For all their faults, they don't lack imagination. I do not have the precise location of Pococahara, but the tribe on the nearby island of Tikawara could probably help. I suggest starting there. Now, what else can I do for you? It's a trading post, of course. Anything worth building is worth protecting. How do you mean that? Are you making advances at me? It's for the best.
What have we here? You were saying? Speak your mind, Captain.
Leave it to me.
Leave. No Valiant spy is coming through on my watch.
I'm a merchant. The Royal Deadfire Company is a trading company, is it not? And you are on Kahanga soil. You cannot turn me away.
The Brass Citadel and the Royal Deadfire Company operate under the auspices of the Ranga Nui of Rawatai. We answer to him, not to you. And certainly not to some tribal queen of Nekataka. If you think we're safe, you haven't been in Deadfire long. There's hardly a stretch of sea that doesn't have a pirate or privateer lurking nearby. These Valians are always sending their spies to snoop around.
And these Rawataians think they own anything they stack 2 stones on top of. I am here to conduct business, not engage in petty power struggles.
What? She's up to no good, I know it. You may pass. Just stay out of trouble.
Agrassi, my friend.
Please, I did nothing!
Enough! Or do you wish to consign her to the old city as well?
Let him go!
Bia, I'm sorry!
Your tongue flops like a dying fish. I tire of it.
I think Ashiza has been nesting with the page.
May Tangaloa devour your souls, you cold-blooded eels.
Be careful. Kotaro? He associated with foreign criminals. I cannot be certain about Biha, so I let her go. But I will be watching her. These wicked sorts overrun the gullet and corrupt the Raparu. Our justice must be swift and firm. Hers is the first house you come to. Just there. You will probably find her there. To the old city, Ikira. A god's cursed ruin filled with walking corpses and abominations of the deep. And the remains of lawbreakers and troublemakers. The gullet is no place to wander. Watch yourself for rowdies and pirates. Ikira. It is a cancer in the gullet. A place, and I cannot fathom for what. Are you mad or merely lost? That place is a punishment for the lowest sort. Go and explore someplace with pleasant views and fresh air. The harbor, or Hariki's Overlook. It's your neck, Ikira. We will leave the lift down there for half a day. That should be enough time to come back. The guard will let you pass.
taking Bataro. Bataro is gone. Dead. What more do you want?
Forgive me. I thought you were one of the foreigners who sent him away. Outsiders here always go to the tavern. My village was not like this. Why does Queen Onikaza not send the foreigners away?
Never. That is the surest way to get the attention of the Overseer.
I hear it is somewhere in the Narrows. It is possible Anoi knows. He has lived here longer than any. His hut is just along the walkway to the southwest.
Bataro is punished already, I say. Whatever offense he gave, do not hang it on our necks.
We say the only thing that live in these depths are ghost eels. And fish eaten by ghost eels. Which are you? The traders say they bring riches in their big ships.
But what reaches the gullet? Only crime and sickness, I say.
And Bataro said we would finally leave. I heard a Rauataian captain took up at the tavern. Suduzo, they call her. They say she is a traitor, so I thought maybe she will take passengers.
Strange. They usually stay topside.
Bataro went and found her in the tavern. Next I see him, the guards are dragging him to the cage. You have the same way of talking. You are also from Rauatai, so maybe she will listen. Bataro took some coin. Everything he scraped together working on the docks. When he went to bargain with the captain, I would offer it to you, but it is probably in the old city with Bataro. Or in someone else's pocket. We are 6, 3 children, 2 babes, and me. Akira. It was so in the village, where Bataro and me came from. But here, we are all strangers. No one— I could never ask someone to go down to the old city, but since you offer, it is a big and dangerous place. But perhaps he hid himself. Perhaps. Please, help him if you can. Or bring me news if you cannot.
I tell you, I do not know where it is, and I am sure it would be little to someone like you. After what happened, Bataro would sooner have thrown it into the waters than given it to the Mataru or the Rauataians. If it is anywhere, it is surely with his body.
What have you been up to, Aloth, since we left Twin Elms?
Oh, quite a lot. I've been around the Eastern Reach.
I hear.
What say you, boy? I see much and many things. I simply do not look with these eyes in the same manner that others do. I have heard much as well. People speak of your kindness, Watcher who chases Aethas. I also hear the Raparu's heartbeat, grown thready and pained. Now a Watcher comes to the gullet, as Amira has shown me you would. The Raparu are being crushed from the top. We starve so slowly. It is an agony.
No one deserves to suffer. Not like this.
This is the Huana way. The fish of our nets are drawn for the tribe. The fruit of our fields, too, is reaped for the tribe. And the coin of our pockets belongs not to one, but to all. All spoils are gifted to the whole of the tribe. The tribe then part. It is the way of life. The dawn stars would feed us, but the guards forbid them to pervert the order of sharing. There was a man who helped us, a soft-hearted pirate named Ulug. He worked with the Principe captain. Mad Morena, they call her, to bring us food from the black market. But for days now, Ulug was never late with his shipments. Always very conscientious. A good boy. For him to disappear for several days without word, he must be dead. The Queen refuses to increase our share of the prize share. Without Ulug's shipments, we will surely starve. I am asking you, what else can we do? If you do not know your way to the row, someone at the hole may be able to help you.
Long as it doesn't end up going wrong for the same...
You must find Delva's row, boy. They keep a lift that will take you down to where the pirates play. Surely you'll find Ulug. If you do not know your way to the row, someone at the hole may be able to help. Follow the path that Ulug first walked for us. If we cannot convince the Mataru nor the Principe, I believe Peatly is a child of the Dawn Stars and has become the Gullet's most cherished healer. I believe she would willingly hear your request for charity. Speak, and I will listen. I've lived for many years in this gullet. My skin, and though you can see, I am not very big or much sturdy. If a dispute arises within the gullet, I will see it resolved. That I can promise you. Both time and tragedy have rotted the gullet into a place of filth and crowdedness. Once, we Raparu lived in a fine neck of the city. Long before the foreigners swarmed us, a sea quake rumbled our city, and the mountain cratered. Many cried to Andra, and were swallowed for their efforts. Now the Mataru send us into the ruins of the old city to be punished. Within that pit lies darkness and death. Not silence, but an end.
Traveler, have you any food? Surely you've a scrap to spare. Mercy, traveler. Never have I been so hungry. Always there is prize share. The pile has grown leaner these years. Little falls to our pile that is not rotten or sour. From this week, and maybe... Many Raparu come from other islands, but they too tithe to the prize share. Forgive me, I say to our elder listens to those in need. He's there, in the house. Thank you. I'll share it, I swear. The black market. I have heard of it, but I have... But perhaps the village elder will point you down the right path if Hanoi can...
No can do.
That Dawnstar may be able to help. What say?
Help how? Poison me? Akira, no thanks.
faintly? Good God, I nearly didn't recognize you. You look more death-warmed over than Dawnstar.
Didn't see you there, Shody. Listen, you and your friends should move along. I'm not feeling so good, and I'd hate to get you sick. Nothing a little ginger root and some bed rest won't cure. Please, let me be. That's not... Wait, you're the one Salwyn and the other Dawnstar's been talking about. In that case, maybe there is. There's some sick Raparu in the back. Not much I can do for them now besides keep them comfortable. And hidden.
Is that wise? Keeping a room full of sick people in the most crowded district in the city?
It's better than leaving them to wander the district. We tried. But the one away is prize share. Meaning anything we'd give these people has to go through the palace. Best I can tell, our food went to the queen's table. Assuming it didn't rot in the storehouse first. That's a question for Salwyn. I'd ask her myself, but I got my hands full here. She's high priestess at the Temple of Gone. Tell her Pity Sink needs something, because they've got Drowner's lung. I heard some Raparu had gotten sick, so I brought them here to care for them. City healers don't come down here. Realized what it was when I heard the rattle in their chests, the way they gasped for air. Only cure is an elixir made with pine seed oil. It costs a lot, though not nearly as much as an epidemic. Still, if news of this outbreak gets out, these poor souls will get tossed into the old city. No one with any money in Nekataka spends it on the Raparu. And if the other castes took care of the Raparu, they wouldn't get sick like this. You can get nearly anything on Delver's Row. Only trouble, unfortunately, the children of the Dawnstars don't have many connections in this part of town. But I bet you could find someone at the tavern who knows where Delver's Row is. Criminal types like to wet their throats after a long day of lying, cheating, and stealing. About the only honest one. The Raparu here are treated like garbage. Even made to eat garbage from that scrap heap opposite the lift. And Dario and his Principe scum took advantage of the neglect down here to set up the black market on Delver's Road. He runs most of the criminal mischief that goes on here. Some say he's an old Valian traditionalist. Some say he's a thug with good taste. Either way, I steer clear of him. All the while, the gullet gets more crowded as tribes from the other islands come to Nekataka. Some are driven from their homes by pirates, raiders, even trading companies. The others hear stories of the foreign wealth pouring into the city. What they don't realize is most of it flows between the foreigners and the palace. That's what Dario and his people say. They recruit Raparu to sneak things from the docks, report on meetings between traders. I can't blame the Raparu. Not when the alternative is eating from a trash pile. But I don't trust these Principe any more than I do the trading company. And whenever the city authorities finally crack down, the Raparu will be caught in them. Some days, I think maybe this is why Aethys brought us to Deadfire. So we can do some good. Other days, I'm too damn tired. About the only honest one. And Dario, with Aethys' blessing, I'll...
Hey, pupper.
How did you hear that? About the boss?
With my own ears. Dario said there's treasures in that pit.
Of all the holes I've seen,
Have you lost your wits?
this is one of them.
Hey, fresh face. Welcome to the hole. Just got 2 rules, yeah? Keep your hands to yourself, and don't fall in. Need something? Whoa now, fresh face. Ain't bright to go waving that thing around just... I know a Mataru trap when I see one, and I'm not looking to be snared. Keep that what's-it to yourself. All right, Captain Fancy Britches. No need to get your bits in a knot. You want to take that medallion over to Delver's Row, the black market. It's all tucked away in that creepy maze on the west end of the gullet. The Narrows. Take a right the first chance you get. Then keep going forward until you see a merchant stall. Look close. There's a secret hallway behind a curtain there. That's your entrance. I'm sure I don't need to tell you this, but all the same, you'd best watch yourself in Delver's Row. The crooks there will kill you just as soon as cheat you out of everything you own. If Dario doesn't gut you first. You stick around the gullet long enough, you might find out. The hole's been here so long as there's been a gullet. Though it ain't always been mine. What's the neighborhood without a place to get pissed drunk and lose your pants? Well, it's a bit of a story. I rode a whale into port in the middle of a storm. The Juana took one look my way and knew there was no one who could run the hole but me. Of course. What you need? Sure, I know a few folks who need...
Oh, I'll eat anything that isn't hardtack.
Why do you bother me, little Kith? No? The gullet reeks of illness. The beds are too small. An imp tried to nest in my hair. And Firna, the tavern keeper, refuses to give me more than 1 day off a month. How am I supposed to hunt when I am chained to this stove? Maybe I'll become a pirate. Get myself a bird and an eye patch.
The patch could do you a world of good, but I can't say I recommend.
Both. How do you mean? I don't work for free. This will do.
We've no intent to
Bayer, I don't know this one.
We ask not to be disturbed. What are you doing here? Yeah, well, we don't want anything.
Relax. We're emptying a vault, not water shaping.
If you want
is
to
an
leave,
accident.
I'll make you.
Twice, and you're a little too nosy for your own good.
Well, that's the end of subtlety.
You told me you weren't followed.
Sally can't know that I was here. Bad news for our new friend.
This won't be for long.
That's not very helpful. Enemies.
I'll hit you back. My lantern flickers.
Need a hand?
must gather your party before venturing forth.
He does this every time. Just have to wait.
Don't see why you'd spend all that time arranging your food if you aren't making it look like a funny face.
Cheers. What do you require? We had a contract with the Valian Trading Company to defend one of their most valuable properties. If you're looking for work, I hardly recommend them. They pay well, and they pay on time.
Subtle indeed. That looks complicated.
Not a problem.
You must be new. Lucky for you, we have a special rate for newcomers.
Told you.
It seems we've made a mistake. Forgive and forget, no?
Tread cautiously.
Could be a fight.
Death to our that lava.
So help me. John, I'll whoop the next one of you who takes aim. Ready? Damn it.
Take that. Better run.
Where's Ishi?
I'm feeling the strength.
Look out, Maya!
Stay behind me.
Yours is a gait I recognize, Watcher. Best watch your step. It's the smell of cardamom that drew you, no? Or perhaps the sting of fresh pepper. Or maybe you seek something with a stronger bite. Then you'd best ask elsewhere. But careful. If the Mataru Overseer hears there's a sickness, might be he has more questions for you. Food, of course, and supplies for the road. Though most here come to me for poisons and venoms. Ernetzo deals in such things. His shop is further down, next to the lift. I have plenty.
I have nothing for the likes of you.
Consider it done.
You are looking for something, Enrico?
Ernetzo has not seen you before. You must be new. New or very good at disguises. Wait, but I am mistaken. You have made a few enemies in this place already, no? Most bold of you to linger now. But how did you hear about this place? Wait, no. Do not tell me. Sometimes it is better not to know. There is something I can get for you, yes? Tell me I hope you are not ill. But never mind. But Drowner's lung is very serious. Very deadly. The cure is not cheap. On the other hand, you strike me as someone with... If the price seems high, there is a certain little favor you could do for me instead. Just mind that you keep this between us. You have a reputation for being too... There is a certain merchant here who needs to not be here. This merchant runs a shop at the end of the street. People know it as the Spindleman. If you get rid of it, then I will give you the medicine.
Hold on, not so fast. Do they call him that because he carries a spindle, or because he's got spindly legs?
Merle, it is a dangerous pest. When it dug its lair, it did not even ask permission of their... of the boss.
Do varmints normally do that? Get permission from your boss?
It is a Vithrak. They say it is a mind reader. We in Delvezro are simple folk. Quiet folk. It does not do to have a mind reader nosing among us. You understand me, yeah? Of course. Only do not tell anyone. There is something I can get for you, yes? Tell me a moment. This is a rare treasure, one for which certain people would pay a small fortune. I must ask, how did you come by this? Diverus? I would prefer not to cause a scene. Ernezzo is careful, cautious, and you would blackmail him? That is not done, amico.
Death to our enemies! This is futile! Lava Rubio.
Go!
My guts in here, Captain.
That's me you're hitting!
You better run!
Not a problem.
Subtle indeed. The work of a moment.
All right, what have we here?
I'll see what I can do. It is done. Subtle indeed.
I have nothing for the likes of you.
Be welcome, stranger. I've heard your name whispered in the streets of the black market. You need a blade or a bludgeon, or some sturdy arm. Old Umani's stock.
Think you made a wrong turn, Bilger. You don't belong in the row. I know who you are. I make it my bag to keep my eyes on the new fish that end up rats round here been whispering. I'm guessing you're looking to buy some art. Depends on the craftsmanship required. We don't know each other. Go on.
Back up. No shops this way, stranger. That's up to Dario. You think I'm standing here so I can tell you about it?
Something.
What is this Kith creature?
I've crushed bigger spiders. Just say the word.
What secrets does it bring?
Let us see. Let us see. The language of tongues is a dull, tedious thing. Why ask when you can see for yourself? A watcher, the deerwood, the storm-racked cook, a death, a life, a wide sea stirred by storms and pirates and... a wonderful secret.
I don't trust this creature.
We dig. There are many mines here with many secrets, many depths with even more.
A city under...
Another in the ruins.
It teems with young secrets, rivalries and betrayals. We seek the older secrets, buried deeper. You seek to know how the other crawlers and scroungers move their trinkets and treasures. A most worthy secret. They lurk in a place just below us, close to the cellar folk here, but big enough to hide their ships. The Undercroft, they call it. They descend spider-like from the lift by Ernesto's shop, but many guards there. Oh, yes. Yes. Down the lift from the gullet where the punished ones go, and through the ruins of the old city, southwest to an old shrine. There is the secret way to the Undercroft. But beware, if the slithering, scraping things of the ruins do not kill you, the Kithlings of the Undercroft will. You see, they lurk, they descend spider-like from the lift by Ernesto's. But there is the... But beware. Now that the cagey one is gone, many more come to see us. We have many things to sell.
Think it suits me?
Get him!
We got trouble.
How may I help?
Already on it.
Of course.
clap, but it'd give us away.
Hold it right there, mate. State your business. I mean it. Spill your guts or spill your blood. You've got some gall, I'll give you that.
Rather difficult to concentrate.
Take this!
Yeah?
Hey, watch out.
Slippery devil.
You're mine!
Got someone in my sights.
Looks like trouble.
So help me God, I'll whoop the next one of you who takes aim at me.
Beyond sick!
Subtle indeed.
The work of a moment.
You should see this. Yes?
Of course.
Lava beyond seek. You better run! Lava beyond seek.
Hit me again and I'll hit you back.
Lava just beyond seek. There.
Need a hand? I'm on it. Consider it done.
Ready to brawl?
That looks complicated.
There. Lava beyond seek.
Just giving them a fair shot.
You're mine! Lava beyond seek.
Should have run.
The season of harvest.
You better run!
Here.
Lava. Beyond seek.
Worse than rock.
Lava beyond seek.
Not exactly my area of expertise. Oh?
Said.
Already on it. Hey, watch out.
Then. Tread cautiously.
Ready to brawl?
Concentrate.
Can't take much more.
We're dropping like flies!
Could be a fight.
Still got it.
Can't take much more.
Might as well be hitting the water.
Better run!
Easy on us.
What do you need?
Of course.
Could be a fight.
There.
Lavaru beyond.
Yeah! Reaper. This awaits me.
Fight on, Josie!
Ready to brawl? Damn it! Got away.
Take that! Lavaru.
Curses! How may I help? They'll fall by my hand.
Ha!
Rebirth awaits
Indeed.
me.
Lavaru beyond.
How may I help? I shall deal with this one.
Not a problem.
Of course. That looks complicated.
Over there.
Worth and rock.
Watch.
What can I do you for? Time to separate. That's it! So help me God, I'll whoop the next one of you who takes aim at me!
If we could rest for a bit, I'd be much obliged.
Uh-huh.
Already on it.
You need a blade or old Umani's stock is test.